Hi, nice to meet you.
I've known him for years from church and stuff like that.
Okay.
And, he was telling me that Aaron has had kind of struggled with alcohol,
Yes.
some seizures.
On July 7th, police in Waynesville, Ohio, were called to an apartment complex after neighbors reported something strange. Water had been running nonstop from one unit. It had seeped through walls, pulled across floors, and the sound, constant, unending, had become impossible to ignore. When the landlord finally gained entry, the discovery was horrifying. Inside the bathroom, behind a closed shower door, lay 28-year-old Aaron Mah. Her body was slumped forward, cold, unmoving. Rigor mortis had already begun. "She's definitely been here a while," an officer noted quietly. At first glance, there were no obvious injuries, no blood splatter, no signs of a struggle. To many, it looked like a terrible accident, perhaps linked to Aaron's well-known struggles with alcohol, seizures, and mental health. But police knew something else. Aaron's marriage was falling apart. Only months earlier, officers had been called to the couple's apartment repeatedly for domestic disputes. In one encounter, Aaron admitted something chilling. "I didn't want to be with Brent anymore," she told police, "because he started to hit me, and I don't want to be hit anymore." When asked when the last assault occurred, her voice faltered. "I'm afraid to tell you." Her husband, Brent Williams, denied harming her, but the relationship was clearly volatile. And now, Aaron was dead. Investigators learned that Brent and his father had been inside the apartment just days before the body was found. They claimed they heard the shower running, but never checked the bathroom. They said they thought Aaron was alive. That detail stuck with police. Why wouldn't you check? Aaron's father arrived on scene, devastated, but not entirely shocked. He explained that his daughter had struggled for years with alcoholism, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. She'd had seizures before, he said. "I talked to her 2 days ago." That statement immediately changed everything. If Aaron was alive 2 days earlier, then her death wasn't random. It had a timeline. Police began reconstructing Aaron's final days. They spoke with Brent, who told them he had moved out after an argument on Sunday. He claimed he packed his clothes quietly, said nothing to Aaron, and left with his father as a witness. He insisted the last time he spoke to his wife was through text messages. But then, something strange happened. When officers asked to see those texts, Brent agreed. When they asked for a voluntary DNA sample, he agreed. But when they asked for his phone, he hesitated. "I don't want to give up my phone," Brent said. "I might need to get calls." It wasn't illegal, but it was suspicious. Even more concerning was his father's behavior. Interrupting, warning Brent not to volunteer answers, and growing increasingly defensive. As police pressed for clarity, tensions exploded. "You better come across with something," Brent's father snapped. "I think my son's going to jail." Police backed off for now. With no visible injuries and no confession, the case stalled. Until the autopsy came back. Erin Mah did not die from an accident. She had been strangled. Blood was found inside her mouth, suggesting she had been punched or struck before death. Suddenly, Waynesville had a murder on its hands. With a warrant in place, detectives seized Brent's phone. They searched for threats, violence, anything that pointed to premeditation. But there was nothing. No confession, no plan, no incriminating messages. Then investigators turned to Aaron's phone. The last activity? A phone call made on July 5th. After that, silence. That same night, Brent had texted her. She never replied. That narrowed the window. And then a new name surfaced. Jimmy, a man Aaron met secretly through an online dating app while still married. Police learned Aaron had met Jimmy for a sexual encounter. Afterward, she accused him of assault. An investigation into that allegation was already underway when Aaron died. Detectives approached Jimmy carefully. They had motive, opportunity, and a volatile connection. But the deeper they dug, the murkier everything became. Because now, police were faced with a terrifying possibility. Aaron Mah didn't just have one dangerous relationship. She had several, and somewhere in the final days of her life, someone crossed a line she never came back from. The question was no longer how she died. It was who finally silenced her, and why it took nearly 60 years for Waynesville to remember what murder looks like.